Hello everyone, I'm Catherine Asimwe, a student at Victoria University doing a Bachelor's in Information Technology. And the purpose of this video is coursework mainly. As you can see, this is our question 1. It says you have been selected to simulate the checkout process in any e-commerce store such as the small gift shop. The setup includes one cashier and one line of customers waiting for service. The objective is to determine two key performance measures, that is, the average time a customer spends on a system both waiting and being served, then the percentage of time that the checkout clerk is idle. Assumptions: the inter-arrival times, the time between customer arrives, uniformly distributed between 1 and 15 minutes, rounded to the nearest 1 minute. Service time, the time required to serve each customer, uniformly distributed between 1 and 8 minutes, rounded to the nearest whole minute. Required: create an MS Excel spreadsheet to simulate the checkout process. 2. The simulation should calculate two measures of performance, that is, average customer time in the system, proportion or percentage of time the server is idle. Instructions: simulate 20 customers, simulate for 3 hours, use an Excel data table to generate 50 replications of a simulation, blah 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 blah. Okay, so we'll open the Excel sheet. That is already done. So as you can see, we have the customer ID, inter-arrival time, arrival time, service start time, service end time, waiting time, time in system, then also the idle time here. Okay, so as you can see, the inter-arrival time we given minutes, that is 1 to 15 minutes, and then these were random numbers between that given time. This is the formula, as you can see here. So that is how we came up with that. The random numbers, they change every time, right? So the arrival time, the first client, the first customer, there is 0 arrival time, and then service time is same, random between, because we were given in the question here. The service time is distributed between 1 and 8 minutes, so the same applies here. As you can see, this formula here up in the formula bar. Then the service start time, as we can see, the formula equals to max into C4. C4, this is C4 comma F3, right? I will also calculated the service end time and also the waiting time of the client, and then the time in the system and the idle time for the person serving the customer and wait for the next customer. Okay, so this is how we came up with all that. All the formulas are here. When you click, you can easily see that formula, right? Okay, so this is our sheet 1, and this is what was required from us in the first part here. And then we go to the next part. The simulation should calculate two measures of performance, i.e. average customer time in the system, and then proportional percentage of time the server is idle. How do we come up with that? This is our sheet 2. So we are looking for the average and the percentage time idle, right? These are the replications we are asked to find, like 50 of them. So there you go, there are 50 here. So how do we come up with all this? First, our applications are up to 50. So we highlight it as this is already done work, so I'm just going to show you how we came up with it. We highlight it at 50 replications, and then you come to your ribbon and you click on data. After data, you click on what if analysis, right? And then data table. That is what we asked for. So here we are going to fill. We shall fill the column input cell, and what we fill there is you click in any dummy cell, right? Because it has no value, and then that's what we're looking for. If we click on something that has value, we might end up losing what we are looking for. So as you click here, you say okay, but this time around I'm not going to say okay because, as I said, work is already done. I don't want to make weird changes in it. So you say okay, and then that is how you come up with all the average time, and then the percentage idle time as we asked in the question, right? Yes, and then the other instructions are GitHub, that one. Okay. So briefly, we've had two sheets. This is sheet 1 and then also sheet 2. Where sheet 2 summarize the simulation results. Across several applications show average customer time in the system and a percentage of idle time for the checkout clerk. Okay. So the different metrics used here are first, time in the system. This one. It determines, first of all, it determines customer satisfaction. Lower times indicate quicker service. And then also the idle time here. It measures efficiency. Lower idle time means higher utilization. Oh yes, maybe also a waiting time. This is the key to customer experience, i.e. reducing waiting time improves satisfaction because customers usually don't have to wait for so long. Alright, so that's all briefly. Okay, thank you all for listening in. Have a good time wherever you're getting this from. May the Lord bless you. Have a wonderful time. Bye.